video games. Raining outside, but who cares? We're gonna open up Targi, the expansion. No title, no subtitle, just Targi, the expansion. Let's do it. 2-player game. I just attempted to play Targi, teach Targi for the first time on my own, whatnot. Went alright, but check out the expansion. Didn't get to finish that game quite, but I think we could have got there. Hopefully play this tomorrow. Okay, in the expansion, the original gameplay is both expanded and improved with new tribe cards, border cards, sand dune cards, water tokens, and a special Targi figure. And all of which combine to make a great game even better. The Targia presents an exciting twist to the original game as she moves opposite the robber and uses her abilities to upgrade the effects of the border cards. The addition of water tokens presents a host of refreshing new possibilities to the game, while the new sand dune cards allow a target to gain a unique advantage if they travel to an outlying sand dune, but they may miss a valuable action in the center play area as a result. The player with the most VP at the end of the game is the winner. And this was a 2020 expansion, so at least a decade, I'm guessing, after the original game came out. I might be making that up, but I know quite a while after the original game came out. At least 20... I don't know. At least a little while. Alright, but what does it come with? A book, more chits, water tokens, some more of the basic resources, some more of the VP. Don't know what this is. Another coin. And stack of cards. And a Targia. No secrets. Read the book. Game overview and goal. In this expansion, the original gameplay is both expanded and improved with the new tribe cards, border cards, and dune cards, water tokens, and a special Targia figure, all of which could... Oh, I guess I already read that. Game materials, 80 game cards, including 45 tribe cards, 5 good cards, 10 border cards, 20 sand dune cards, 1 Targia figure, 15 water tokens, 10 1 point, 3 3 point, and 2 5 point, 1 gold token, 6 goods tokens, 8 VP tokens, and 6 action markers. Okay, what are those about? Alright, game prep. Before the first game, carefully separate all the pieces from the die cut board. The players should see themselves so that they can both read the writing on the cards easily. Ideally, they should sit next to each other. Different. The following materials will be required from the base game: all 6 Targi figures, all 4 tribe markers, the robber figure, all goods, gold, VP tokens, and the starting player token. The border cards that show a good 2, 3, 6, 7, 11, and 15. All goods cards. Important: the tribe cards from the base game will not be used. Okay, swap out all the tribe cards. The 6 border cards that show a good from the base game together with the 10 border cards from the expansion pack make up the 16 border spaces, all of which are used to form the border of the play area. The small numbers from 1 to 16 written in the upper left corner of each card are for orientation. The border spaces remain in these same positions throughout the game. Rather than learning the symbols before playing the game, during the first game, the players can simply place the border cards on their back so you can read them. Back to it. Mix the 5 new good cards, the ones for water, into the stack of the good cards. Randomly draw 4 good cards from the stack and place them into the center area, as shown in the illustration below. Shuffle the tribe cards from this expansion pack. Yeah, seeing if those triangles or something on the back. But place the stack of remaining tribe cards next to the tribal expansion space. Turn over the top card of the place the first card in the discard pile. The stack with the remaining goods cards goes to the watering hole space. Shuffle the 20 sand dune and place 3 sand dunes face up next to the playing area. Keep the remaining sand dune cards ready as a draw pile. The goods, water, gold, and VP. Set the robber gray next to the 1. Set the Targia next to space 15. Salt. Each player gets 3 Targi figures, 2 tribe markers. Right. Tip if you want to make it a little easier, each player can have an additional token of each type of goods. In other words, 2 dates, 2 salt, 2 pepper. The player whose last season, the player who was the last to season their food with pepper will get the starting player token and takes the first turn. Course of play, all of the base game rules apply with the following additions. Okay, symbols on tribe cards. Immediately upon placing this card, they'll into their display. Let it go with that stupid his or her stuff. The player will carry out its advantage once. After that, the player no longer needs to pay attention to the words written on it. The advantage. And then infinite symbol. Once a player has placed his card in their tableau in their display, its advantage applies continuously throughout the game. And immediately upon placing this card in their display, the player will place 1 action marker from the supply on this card. The player can then use the card's advantage once at any time during one of their turns. Okay, good thing it's in the shape of a triangle. The advantage of this card doesn't apply until the point assessment at the end of the game. Special tribe cards. If a tribe card has a slash in the cost display, the player may choose which of the 2 alternatives to play. The Targia figure at the beginning of each round. Once the robber has advanced, the Targia figure is advanced 1 space in a counterclockwise direction. In the first round, she's placed on the 15. And then, unlike the robber, the Targia does not block a space. If a player places his or her Targia on the space with the Targia, the player may additionally use the Targia's ability. When performing actions, the player either gets 1 goods token of their choice from the supply, or the player returns 1 goods of their choice to the supply and turns over the top goods card in the draw pile. Alright, the water token. Water, like gold, is not a type of goods. If a player has more than 10 water at the end of the round, they must use the extra water if possible, or else return it to the supply. Water makes the players more flexible. There are various options for using it. A player may make a trade at any time. 3 water equals 1 gold. 2 water equals 1 goods. At the end of the game, a player gets 1 VP for every 2 waters. On many tribe cards with a slash, water is one of the cost options. The sand dunes. When a player deploys a Targi figure, they may place the figure on an unoccupied sand dune instead of a border card. Only 1 Targi can be placed on any sand dune regardless of the player. However, a player may place an additional Targi on a different unoccupied sand dune during their turn. When a player carries out the actions of their Targi and tribe markers, the player uses a 1-time advantage of the sand dune on which the Targi is standing. Then the player takes the Targi off the card and places the used sand dune on the discard pile. Important: if a player has placed a Targi on a sand dune, the player will have 1 less point of intersection available on the field to play. In other words, the player has 1 less action. If in 1 round the player positions 2 or even 3 Targi on sand dunes, there will be no intersection points available at all. A lot of stuff. The loss of intersection points and further actions is counterbalanced by the very strong advantages of sand dunes. The order in which a player uses their occupied border cards, sand dune cards, and the cards occupied by their tribe markers is up to the player. Okay, end of game scoring. The game ends after the round which one player has played his or her 12th tribe card. If the current starting player ends the game, the opposing player still gets 1 complete turn. The game also ends if the robber reaches the 4th raid space. In this case, the players will have to pay the required gold or 1 of the tribe cards at the right edge of the display. The game ends immediately afterwards. A lot of stuff. Born in 73, lives with wife and kids and 2 sons in Stuttgart, Germany. Guy is 11 years older than me. So the game originally came out, I guess, in 2016, so not as long as I was talking about, but 2020 for the expansion. Alright, might not even try to mess with getting this played. Might just try to get the regular base game down first. But if I want to get froggy, we'll try this one tomorrow. But anyway, I might just flip through these later. I'm not going to do it now. But yeah, Foyo Games, like, comment, subscribe. And more than likely, whenever this airs, the gameplay will be on the same day. So, be on the lookout for that.